Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of new releases. In today's video, we're going to be discussing all the new products that have been released, sneak peeked, what is already available, what it will be available anytime soon. We're going to take a look at all the details. I'm going to share with you all my thoughts about all these products, whether I like them, whether I am not interested, whether I've already purchased something. We're going to talk about all of it. But before we get started, I would love to welcome new visitors and viewers to my channel. Hello, my name is Eve. I love all things beauty. Here on my channel, I share about beauty and lifestyle. I upload new videos every week. If this sounds interesting to you, I hope you enjoy this video. Stick around, subscribe to my channel if you're not yet a subscriber. And if you're already a subscriber, welcome back. So now without further ado, let's dive in. Everything that I'm wearing on my face, of course, will be linked for you in the description box. I also filmed this eye makeup look for my Instagram reels, so that should be already live for you. I will have all the links to the Instagram channels that I am pulling the information from, a link for you as well in the description box. So while we're talking about all these products, while I'm sharing all my opinions about all of these things, I would also love to hear your opinions. Whether you like any of these launches, have you already purchased them? Are you not buying until like big Christmas sale comes around? Want to hear from you as well. It's a collaborative space here. Let's take a look because I think this time we have some exciting things to talk about. Some I want, some I definitely do not. So let's get into it. The first one that I'm looking at is the new eyeshadow quads from Pat McGrath. So I'm seeing two different quads. They're called Sublime Blooms. So they're floral inspired eyeshadow quads featuring a matte shade for definition, two metallic shades for depth, and a luminizer for highlights, $56 each. One is called Opalescent Orchid and second one is the Nirvana Nectar. Okay, $56 for a quad. That's steep, but it is Pat McGrath formula. I personally love Pat McGrath formula. But the neutral one looks like so many other palettes that she's already launched. I don't know if they're new shades. I love Pat McGrath formula. I do have quite a few of her palettes in my collection. I do love the matte formula. I also love the different shimmer formulations in her palette. So the neutral palette looks good to me, but this is something that I already have many times over, including the Pat McGrath palettes that I have. So that would be a pass for me, but that just feels like a safe palette. I also do not see how that is being floral inspired. It just seems like packaging is floral inspired, but the color story, just a simple neutral palette, I don't see any flower unless it's a dead flower. How is this brown and gold shade floral inspired? Sorry, I do not see that. The second quad definitely has like the purple, the pink, the beautiful like aqua teal color. That I can see why that is floral inspired, but that is a color story that I only see being a companion color story. This is not something that I personally need in my collection. I'm definitely not missing any of these shades. As a matter of fact, none of these shades I find very unique, unless it's something that you absolutely want, or this is just something that will be unique to your collection. Maybe you want to try her formula, or maybe you're a collector. Again, this is a personal preference. For me, it is an easy pass. So there is another palette that I'm actually excited about, and I think I will be purchasing it. This is a limited edition eyeshadow palette from Too Faced, available now. An eyeshadow palette called Aptly in Love. Apple-inspired palette with a neutral red, green, and warm caramel shades in multiple finishes in a creamy, blendable formula. 18 shades, smell like caramel apples, $54. Are you kidding me? Yes, I will be purchasing this because you got me at caramel apples scent. I'm actually kidding. I don't really care for scents. That's definitely not a selling point for me for a fact, but I really love the packaging. I really love the packaging. It's so flipping cute. Also really love the color story. I only have one of these tin palettes that Too Faced has been launching, and I love the palette that I have. I have the Pumpkin Extra Spice. I love the formula, and I really love the color story. I know they have been making somewhat like redundant color stories when it comes to like this fall launches. This one I actually find it being different, and I really do love like the warm tones, and also I love burgundies. I love that there are some warm tones as well as the cool tones here. I enjoy that in palettes, and they're like a good handful of shimmer shades. I'm counting 8 according to the picture. I could be mistaken. That is a good balance. I like my shimmers, but I do love mattes also, so I do not mind that there are more mattes here than shimmers, especially because they're variants and color stories, that's definitely something that I can work with. I like this palette. I will be purchasing it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a dedicated video on this simply because I will be away for 10 days with our family. It's our annual family trip. Let me know of your thoughts. Are you guys interested? Do you think this is cute? Do you have other tin palettes? Like, what are your thoughts? Please share with me in the comments. So then I'm seeing new products, new Porefessinal line from Benefit Cosmetics. It includes a Porefessinal matte primer, mattifying primer, properties of instantly absorbing excess oils for a long-lasting blurred finish, has niacinamide, vitamin B3, rose hip. And then Porefessinal Powder Mini, a superfine loose powder that sets your makeup and kills the shine and blurs pores, silky formula. Naturally matte finish, transparent, coming soon to all retailers. There is no information on the pricing here, but you guys know that I'm a combination oily skin. I live in Florida where it's hot and humid. These two products fit right into my makeup routine. I always use something that's smoothing, pore blurring, mattifying, and also setting powder that's translucent. It's also nice to have in my stash. I'm also noticing that there is no sifter in the loose powder. It does say that the powder is a mini. I'm not sure if there is going to be a full size, but nevertheless, this is something that I like. I actually have been taking all the sifters out of my loose powders. In the past, I actually enjoyed them. I liked having them there. And by lately, I mean maybe like in the last year or so. I just feel like they're on my way and I pull them all out. I do have currently an extended collection of both powders and primers, and I like everything that I have right now. I'm content. I don't think I'm going to be running out of the door to purchase any of these products, but I'm keeping my eye on both of these. Then we have a new palette from Natasha Denona called Mini Rose Palette. Available on Natasha Denona website on July 18, on Sephora on July 19, and Ulta Beauty online on July 19, and in all stores August 25th. From what I understand, this palette has all existing shades from different palettes. To be honest with you, didn't look too close into this palette because this is not something that is unique to my collection. Again, I'm trying to be a little bit picky this time around because as much as I love Natasha Denona formula, I also realize that I have most of her palettes, both mini and midi palettes. I already have a mini love palette from Natasha Denona, and these shimmers seem to be just very much like it, if not the same. I do not know if they're the same, honestly, because I didn't look that far, but they seem to be very, very similar, if not the same, again, from that palette. And also the other palettes, I can really just pull out my retro midi palette, which also has removable pans. If I just only wanted to create like a mini to travel with, that is also possible because all the pans are obviously magnetic in midi palettes. At the same time, they're really not that unique. So you can definitely get the rosy pinky mauve color and brown matte shades, which I have already many times again in my collection. So this color story is not new or unique to me at all. I think it's a really pretty palette. It's very useful. I like the color story generally. It's very straightforward. But let me know your thoughts on this. I would like to hear from you if you will be picking that up. Another eyeshadow palette that I am seeing being revealed is a new Twilight Hour Artistry 21 shade palette from Profusion. It's $11.99 and available at ProfusionCosmetics.com. Seems like it's already available. I know that Profusion Cosmetics are also available at Walmart. Some locations have more options than others. I don't unfortunately have too many of the Profusion makeup in my local Walmart, but I have tried Profusion eyeshadow palettes before, and I really enjoy the formula. One of my favorite palettes actually is something that I use quite often. It's the Harvest palette from them that I really, really like, but this color story seems like grungy fall winter type, the vibe that I'm getting, but it has like beautiful blues and purples and kind of like reddish mauves and some sprinkles of neutral. So it's definitely like the murky grungy palette, but as a fair skin person, I would probably get quite dark looks out of this. As much as I would like to try more from Profusion makeup, I don't believe this is going to be the palette for me that I'm gonna next purchase. But let me know of your thoughts on this one. Have you tried anything from Profusion? Share with me. So this launch I don't even know much about the brand, but oh my god, this is so cute. This is coming soon, Star Balm by Starface, launching August 22nd. It moisturizes lips, long-lasting hydration, made with shea butter, cocoa butter, and coconut oil. 4 flavors: starfruit, magic mint, watermelon squeeze, and very vanilla. Do not see the price. These are just so flipping cute with all those like smiley faces with the star eyes. I don't see the retailers that this product is going to be available. I'm getting an impression that it's only going to be available on the Starface direct website. So coming soon, Essence's Live Life in Coral Trend Edition. So it's a collection of several products. We have blue mascara, dual color, blush lighter stick, nail stickers, ombre lip gloss with shimmer, biphase lip oil, not sure what that means, lip mask, powder puff duo, transparent mattifying powder. They're releasing it mid of July in a lot of European countries. And then in August, more of like Mediterranean, like Spain, Greece, Kazakhstan, and September, Hungary, October, South Africa, Australia, February 2025, Peru, March 25, Panama. I do not see United States on the list at all in any of these dates. Maybe it will come here. I do not know. But yeah, there's a lot of different releases dates here, starting from mid-July 2024 and going into March 2025. I think it's cute, but I just personally do not need any of these products. The blue mascara looks pretty nice, and I think that Essence can do a really good mascara, especially the colorful mascaras. And if you like colorful mascara, I think that would be a good time to try something for like a very affordable price. The cheek product looks really fun. I really like that like dual color blush lighter stick. I think that could be a fun product because like that pink color looks really pretty. I'm not sure what biphase lip oil means. Is it the one that shifts? Is it like pH shifting? I'm not sure what that means, but if you do, please let us all know. Lip mask sounds fantastic. That's probably going to be an interesting product to try from them. So another eyeshadow palette that I'm seeing here is from Tarte. So it's a new Tartelette to Go Amazonian Clay palette, available now at tartecosmetics.com for $29. So as per usual, I'll be honest with you, the color store is nothing to write home about. It's just a basic neutral. You have 3 mattes and 2 shimmers, or 2 mattes and 4 shimmers. I can't see the other light one. Pretty standard, something rosy, something champagne, and something leaning towards like green. Very basic color story, but this is something that I could easily wear, or I do wear quite often on the daily basis, just one of those like basic boring neutral looks. But again, I am okay with neutrals. I like my neutrals. I don't see anything wrong with this palette. Is it anything innovative? Absolutely not. Is it an essential item for a lot of people? I think yes, because I am one of those people. It's definitely not something innovative, something that I already have a million times over in my makeup collection. And I'm pretty sure if you're a makeup lover, you already have it as well. I personally don't think I will be ever purchasing this palette, but one thing that I really don't like about this palette is the packaging. Why is this packaging so bulky? Like, I'm not loving it, but let me know what you guys think. So another palette that is being launched on July 12th, a limited edition, The Legends of Ardra palette from Adept Cosmetics, will retail for $75. It has 4 high pearl holographics, 2 high pearl marble shimmers, 4 high pearl multidimensional shimmers, and 5 mattes. I have only one palette from Adept Cosmetics, and that's the one with collab with Heather Austin, and I really like it. But I primarily like it for shimmers. I think Adept Cosmetic formula shimmers are very special. I also am not a huge fan of their mattes. They are fine, they're workable, but I am not like the biggest fan of them, okay? They're not the bestest matte formula that I have in my collection, but shimmers look really beautiful. Like on the swatches, I just really like them. But again, the mattes are just a little bit more colorful. That's not something that I will be reaching towards too much. And because it's more of a pricier palette, I have to think about it a little bit more. Like, do I want to add it to my collection or not? The packaging is absolutely stunning, but if I were to purchase this palette, I would probably not use the mattes so much. They would be like more of a companion palette for me. But again, if I'm only looking at the shimmers, again, they are absolutely stunning, but I think I have, if I'm only thinking about like the colors, I think I have all of them already. Within all my different palettes, I already have something similar to this, or similar enough. As much as I think I would enjoy this palette, having it in my collection, I just will be unfortunately passing it because I just don't think I will get the full use out of it. So there's a palette that I've already purchased. This is a new Botanical 20 color palette by Beauty Bay. It's a limited edition palette and is available already on beautybay.com for $22. This is a palette that I've already purchased. You might have seen this already on my Instagram. So I pretty much tested the entire palette already. already, and I do have some thoughts on this palette. However, I'm still testing this palette, and I will give you my full roundup thoughts with full review in my monthly ranking eyeshadow palette videos. That should be probably coming sometime beginning of August, where I show you all the swatches, all the looks that I created with this palette, etc. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not yet a subscriber. That was my first interaction with the Beauty Bay eyeshadow formula, and I will be jumping ahead here and just tell you that I was not disappointed. The formula is really nice. I also think it's very affordable. You don't see the palette of this size being priced at this price these days. So let me know if you picked this palette up, because I think it grabbed everybody's attention because it was like somewhat colorful, but a muted colorful. It would appeal to a lot of neutral lovers, and also like neutral enough. It was definitely an interesting palette. It definitely grabbed my attention. That's why I purchased it, but definitely stay tuned for the monthly review video to hear my full thoughts. So the next product I have already added to my wish list for the fall. This is a Fenty Beauty's Gloss Balm Sticks High Shine Gloss Stick, launching globally on 7/12. This is already available. So it's non-sticky high shine gloss, medium to buildable pigment, formulated with squalene, vitamin E, and shea butter. Locks in moisture for up to 8 hours. A buttery formula, 10 shades, $25. Available at Fenty Beauty and Sephora, and I believe it's already at Ulta, because I believe I already saw it there. So I really love this packaging. What do you guys think of this? What do you think of packaging, of the color shades? I would love to know your thoughts. I personally love the packaging. I think they did an incredible job. I also think that the shade range is pretty nice. And this is the type of formula that generally I enjoy, so I definitely want to pick up one to try it, but I would love to go to the store and swatch it. So another eyeshadow palette that is already available, it's from GourmandGirls. The palette is called Peach Perfect. This is actually the eyeshadow palette that is right here in front of me, and this is also what's on my eyes today. This palette was sent to me as a PR. I had my eyes on the brand for some time, and I was just waiting for the color story that would speak to my soul a little bit more. And when I saw the preview for this palette, I knew that was going to be my first palette. This palette was tested already fully. I didn't do the dedicated video on this palette, but there is a dedicated content to this palette on my Instagram with swatches, different look tutorials. Do you guys have anything from the brand? Have you tried their eyeshadow palette formula? Let me know. So there's another new drop from Makeup Forever. More eyeshadows. So there's 4 more mini eyeshadow palettes. They're called Artists on the Go. No, they're called Artists to Go. They're $32 each, inspired by their best-selling Artist Color Pencil Lip Liners. These complementary palettes perfectly complete your look in your preferred cool or warm tone harmony. A compact eyeshadow palette with ultra blendable, buildable shadows and creamy mattes and luminous shimmers for endless looks all day wear. So there are 4 different color stories available now already, or I think this is a good idea for the brand to have small travel friendly formats. Palettes on the go. Makeup Forever is the brand that is kind of not too luxury, but also within that mid-range prices, they are more on the higher priced side. I want to know how small these are. I guess this launch makes sense for the brand because they already have a successful lip pencils line, and they just want something to go with the lip pencils they're already selling. So it's a good like add-on. It's a good selling point for the brand. They made them in a pretty safe colors, which is kind of like a safe move, but they're like I don't think I will be buying any of them because I do already have plenty of all these shades, so I can easily replicate any of these color stories from my own existing collection. So I personally will be passing on these, but what do you guys think of this launch? Another launch that I kind of want to talk about because it almost makes me like feel annoyed a little bit, even though I am a huge fan of the holiday. This collection is launching on July 22nd in Bath & Body Works. It's their limited edition collection for Halloween 2024. You guys, just to remind you, Halloween is at the end of October. The collection is super cute. There are some candles, there are some candle holders, and there are body creams, body washes, hand sanitizers, body sprays, and then some merch like bags and little pouches, a mirror, and they are so cool. They're truly just so cool. It just grabs my attention, like the color, the design, the candle holders are literally to die for, no pun intended. But why we're seeing this in July? I know Halloween is really big, and I am actually, as a matter of fact, I am a big fan of Halloween, but I like to celebrate my Halloween in October. Maybe I would love to plan ahead sometime end of September, but I don't want to see Halloween in July. How do you guys feel about it? Because I think it just adds to anxiety of everybody, and like over consumerism that is already an issue in America. It just adds more hype around the products, almost like the fear of missing out, you know, that FOMO feeling that you just need it now before anybody else, before it sells out. I personally don't like that. I feel like it just adds unnecessary anxiety to people. As much as I love all these products and I think they're like super fun, it's such a fun collection. From the marketing perspective, I definitely understand why they're doing it, but it's just a little bit annoying to me that can we just enjoy the summer and then get to the fall and then get to Halloween? Stop rushing us. Like, I feel like we're being rushed. Like, why? Let us live through today, tomorrow, the next 2 months, and then we will live in October. So I just feel rushed, and I don't like that feeling. So let me know how you feel about this, or just generally about the concept of seasonal products as something that almost looks like a merch being pushed at us so many months ahead of time. So there's another new drop, a anniversary collection from Nars Cosmetics. It's a limited edition OG Cheek Stain restock for $27 each. Maracuja Juicy Shift new limited shades for $26, and a Reflections palette $54. There are also some value bundles available now on their website. You guys know that I cannot stand the clicky packaging. I understand it went viral, but I'm so over it. I'm so over it. My over is over it. I just cannot see another one popping up on the screen. I just can't see them anymore. I'm so over it. I don't care how many more shades they bring, or they change the formula, change the damn packaging. Just change the packaging. The formula is fine. It's just awful. It's awful packaging. I'm like zero interest. No, like -50 interest in this product. I think it belongs to trash in that packaging. As far as the cheek products, I think they're fine. I'm just personally not interested in it, but I think they're fine. The packaging is fine. The shades are pretty okay. Like, I don't see anything wrong with them. But the eyeshadow palette, I am a little bit confused with this, because why so big? Like, did you just put all your popular shades in there and just put them like all in one palette? I don't understand why so big. Why so big? I just feel like the trends are going towards a little bit more minimalistic. Like, do you listen to your customers? Like, do you have a demand for it as a brand? Like, I'm just confused. There's a new release from Nars, explicit refillable satin lipsticks, high-end dimensional satin lipstick that delivers long-lasting comfort with vibrant pure color payoff and creamy smudge resisting wear. It's going to be a hydrating formula, rosehip seed oil, hyaluronic acid. It's on Sephora website. It retails for $40, exclusively available to Rouge clients on July 27th and all others on July 28th. $40 for cream lipsticks is a little bit out there, but I love Nars lipstick formulas. The shade range, fine. We have some neutrals, we have some like true neutrals, some pinky, rosy ones, some red shades. I just generally think it will be a good formula. I've tried Nars lipstick formulas in the past and I love all of them. I am happy to see something new from Nars, because I think this would be a good one. So we're also seeing more launches from Sydney Grace. And if you watched my first video, I think it was the first video of the year where I talked about like my New Year's resolutions, some of the thoughts of my low buys, some of the brands that I was interested in to try this year. And one of the brands that I mentioned was Sydney Grace. And Sydney Grace is having their July or Christmas in July sale. We are launching also 4 new 9-pan eyeshadow palettes, and I am definitely interested to pick something up. They're launching 4 different seasonal shades, right? They have a spring, summer, fall, and winter. At this very moment, I have not decided which palette I would want to have, but I definitely am going to be picking up something from Sydney Gray. If you have some good recommendations or some of your favorites from the brand, please share with me in the comment section below. Let me know if you're going to be purchasing anything from the sale and what's on your radar. But I am definitely going to be watching their sale and picking up something into my collection. So then I am seeing more launches from Ulta Beauty brand, and it seems like they repackaged a lot of their existing products, and their eyeshadows look very similar to what they used to have before, but these ones look maybe a little bit different. I didn't go back and compared all the shades. I think the new packaging is cute. I just would say that I personally will be passing on this because it doesn't say anywhere that it's an improved, like a reformulated formula. And in the past, when I tried Ulta eyeshadows, I did not love them. Unless I see that it is a reformulated formula somewhere, then I am not interested, and it's an easy pass for me. Another eyeshadow palette launched from Give Beauty now. I See in Color Clean Multidimensional Eyeshadow Palette. Multidimensional, ultra blendable, beyond versatile, buildable, blendable, long-lasting, multidimensional color. Comes in 2 different color variations: Make Me Like You and Simple Kind of Life. Available now at givebeauty.com, and then retail for $28 each. When the brand was initially launched, I tried their eyeshadow quad. The formula was fine. It wasn't nothing super extraordinary, but it was fine. I just thought that the color stories, I mean, they're quads. How much can you get out of it? Not much. These ones seem to be the same packaging, but they just kind of squeezed more things into it. Okay, let's give them a credit for trying, but I don't hate this at all. I think they're pretty neutral, like, again, very safe choices. Maybe they started with 2 just to see how the crowd reacts instead of launching like the entire range of different shade variations. I understand this move for sure, but what do you guys think? How do you guys feel about this layout? Do you hate it? Do you love it? What do you think? With my OCD and the need for everything being like proper shapes and being in a proper order, it's definitely not triggering my anxiety. I'm perfectly fine. I'm calm by looking at this. But yeah, the color stories are pretty safe. I don't think I'm going to be picking up anything at this point. But yeah, something new from the brand. We haven't seen anything from them in a while, and they had this like huge 50% off sale going on. Some of their products ended up in TJ Maxx and Marshalls, so I'm not really sure what's going on with the brand. So that's probably like the first launch from them in a while. Okay, so this one I'm really excited about is Naturium is coming, or has come already, to Ulta Beauty. I've tried a few things from skincare from Naturium, and after I've tried those few products, I definitely wanted to try more, but because it was not easily available, some things are at Target, some things are on Amazon. Now all their products, to my best knowledge, is in Ulta. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm definitely going to be digging my hands heavily into the brand. I want to try more from the brand because, like I said, from what I've tried, I've really liked. Some of their packaging for their skincare comes in glass bottles, which is quite heavy, especially if you consider like if you travel somewhere. It's not ideal, let's say, but again, the quality of the product, that's what matters. And when it comes to skincare, I am also very particular about this. It matters to me, the quality of the product versus the packaging. So I am very excited. Let me know, guys, what you've tried from Naturium. Do you have your favorites already from the brand? What are your thoughts? Okay, guys, so these are all the products that I thought I would share with you today and give you my thoughts about. I didn't expect to see so many eyeshadow palettes launching, because like in the beginning of the year, just a little bit more of like a quieter downtime. There's some products that I definitely like, yes, I wanted, and some products I'm like, man, no, we're good. How do you guys feel about any of these launches? Let me know of your thoughts in the comment section below. Guys, like I mentioned earlier, I will be traveling in next week, so I am pre-filming a little bit. There is a high chance I'm going to be editing these videos on the plane. So I will be, of course, on my Instagram sharing all this behind the scenes, my little travel adventures. So both of my Instagram accounts are always linked in the description box. You're more than welcome to follow me there because I'm there pretty active. I share a bunch of like other like life things with you there. A lot of things don't even make it here to YouTube because, again, I do not film so often, especially these days. I have been really slammed with my job. After me being absent for such a long time in the springtime, there's just so much work for me. I'm trying to catch up and trying to stay afloat. So I hope you understand this and don't hold this against me. I love my channel here, but I just needed a little bit of time to kind of regroup and get everything under control. But I love my channel. I love my community. I love being here, hanging out with you. I love to hear from you. I like chatting with you. And so many of you follow me on my Instagram, and I just love when you guys DM me and we chat there as well. All that being said, thank you so much for being here, watching this video. I can't wait to hear your thoughts about all the stuff that I talked about today. If you enjoyed this video, give this a like, share it with someone who you think may also like it. If you're not yet a subscriber, I invite you to subscribe before you leave today. Thanks so much for watching, hanging out with me today, and I will see you in my next videos.